Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Some of my colleagues that have been speaking on the red have almost got me convinced to go green. Um, this is probably going to be a little bit different debate than what you've heard because I don't actually stand with big tobacco. I grew up the son of a smoker in a single cab F-150. If I could tax cigarettes out of existence so that every other child was protected, I'd do it tomorrow. I think it's well known that I don't stand with oil and gas. The gentleman from Logan County and I were the first ones to blame that industry for induced seismicity and make a public stand on it. I'm pretty sure that I'll never see support from them, and it's getting reciprocated. I stand here today because I'm really tired of the disingenuous messages that this body sends out all the time. You talk about confidence in government. We got none, and we deserve less. I've been called a tax and spend liberal by many in this body. In fact, I went to my district to tell my constituents that every time I wouldn't vote for a tax decrease. But I couldn't figure out why we were voting for tax decreases whenever I had an 8-year wait list on disability services. It was just a lie. We didn't have the money to be cutting taxes. So I took those bullets. And then today, I hear about political expediency. Actually, for me, political expediency would be going green on this. My district depends on it. We are what you call a taking district. We have more money coming in than we are probably sending out because of the institutions in my district. So for me, political expediency is a green today. I will alienate a lot of my friends and a lot of my constituents with the red vote today. But I'm so sick of this body lying to the public. When the governor's office first was on the tobacco tax, it was like $145 million we were going to collect on that, and I thought that that was a little bit elevated, but okay, we'll go with it. Same $1.50 tax. Here we are, 18 months, almost 2 years later. That same tax somehow grew $100 million. Now, the empirical data says that we have less smokers today than we did 18 months ago. Natural attrition, societal norms driving the number down without a price increase. We keep building this house of cards on false numbers. And we've done it for years because we wanted political expediency. You guys want to get elected. I'm for small government and less taxes. That got a lot of you elected. I know that because I saw your mailers. It never got me elected. But you never define what small government is. Not once. I have people calling me now, and I'm like, well, they're being true to their word. They said small government. And we get mad at the bureaucrats because they're the ones making the tough decisions. Because in this body, you can say small government, but you don't have to have the backbone to say what that actually means. Which service you want to eliminate? Who do you actually want to cut? So we just make these wonderful blanket across-the-board cuts, and the unelected bureaucrats are the ones left holding the bag. Because whenever you go get elected next November, you don't actually want to have to tell the people and look them in the eye that you don't believe that their service is something that the state should sponsor. That's political expediency. And I've never done that. In fact, I had some really tough moments. This has been a tough vote because I've had a lot of really bad conversations. The worst I've had in 9 years, and some of the worst I've had in my life. Some of them happened this morning with my sheltered workshop who's up there. I would love to restore confidence in government. I would love us to quit telling people that we have the thing that we don't have. This doesn't fix anything. To the people in the gallery that have not been bussed in by oil and gas, because I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking about the least among us, the most vulnerable. This won't fix the problem. In 3 months, you've already heard it in a debate. We'll be back here with a $400 to $500 to $600 million problem. It'll probably be closer to $1.2 billion. I'll wager on that. And your services, your vulnerability will be exploited again. We should be able to come up with a permanent solution to do the right thing. And we just keep putting Band-Aids on heart attack victims so that we can get to the next election cycle.